Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce that I have a Twitter account and the link is down below in the description. For any notifications you might miss here on YouTube, you might find them there. And to stay tuned till the end of this video because I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. It's been pulled down after earnings and analysis ratings have been downgraded, and I believe that's going to be a temporary pullback. We're going to look at the chart, some support levels to keep in mind, and what ticker symbol it is towards the end of this video. So stay tuned for that information. So SNDL, I actually have zoomed out and I'm looking at the whole chart today, and I noticed that we've talked about the different catalysts, and you could see it in the chart when catalysts have happened, where the stock came from. We want to remember that those lows down here, and it ran up on the first catalyst. Then the next one, this one was leading into election day. And then this one was due to the fact that we saw this run out of nowhere, pull back, and then it ran up due to the fact that the approval or finally the recognition of coinciding, right, or proceeding, I don't know how to pronounce that word, that the Trump administration was going to allow the process of a transition, basically, in other words. And then this ran up. So it pulled back, and we've seen a few catalysts working in towards Inauguration Day. And the day before Inauguration Day, the highest peak that we saw was 75 cents. And on the date of Inauguration Day, it tried holding itself up and it started to fall since. I think that SNDL needs another catalyst, and the only one would be something going on in the House of Representatives, legislation getting passed. I mean, there's a lot of things here that need to happen before SNDL can just run up again, or at least they need to show some sort of profitability or merger opportunities, right? That's been in the air. A lot of people have been talking about it. That's a rumor, or people are in hopes of it. And yes, SNDL now, based off of articles and research that anyone can do, it's stating that it's, right now not in debt, like debt free. And they're in a position where they could lead up to a merger and an acquisition, and then they can go ahead and probably grow from there. But right now, SNDL is not showing any signs of any type of catalyst other than all the catalysts that we were waiting for and that we've seen. Now, this was running up and it hit highs here of 79. It didn't reach $1. A lot of people were waiting for that dollar mark. It was looking like it was coming close. But the MACD was showing signs since down here that there was probably going to be a pullback. It kept pulling up. I acknowledged every single investor that commented down below. There's still some more room for it to pull up. It certainly did. And we started to see the volatility up and down, up and down. And now we're seeing this really get pulled down, and we're sitting at 60 cents. So I do want to take a moment and tell every single investor, be aware of the risk that's involved with this stock. And I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I've never stated that in any video, and definitely it's not one that I would even recommend buying due to the fact that I never tell anybody what to buy and sell or hold. If not, I tell you guys what to watch and what to keep on your radar. But SNDL is not a stock I would even have on my watch list. I have not even invested in SNDL as of right now. So I do want every single investor to be aware that I do these videos to go ahead and share insight with you guys. And I'm here doing it for the viewers and investors that are involved to watch these cues, because it's been very volatile in the past. It was starting to work its way up, and now it's just pulling down. So we got some important numbers to look at, and I want every single investor that I do this out of my efforts to just provide this for you guys. It's not something that I am looking at, watching for. I just started doing the videos and I realized, I want to keep doing them for the investors to watch it carefully. And I always give my unbiased opinion on what you want to look for. And I'm not perfect. There's been times that I stated, hey, it looks like it's going down, and it ran up. But it's shortly after started to pull down, and we've always talked about these resistance levels and supports, and I hope it's helped many of you guys. And this could look like it's going downwards, and this could be the bottom right here, and it starts to pull right back up. But me as an investor, I would be very, very cautious and vigilant on the movements moving forward, because there's not much more catalyst than what we've already been through going on forward until the House of Representatives or the Senate or Congress overall passes some type of legislation that will benefit this company and this whole sector moving forward. So it could be a temporary pullback, but keep in mind, guys, a reverse split is to come if this hangs out below $1 for the next coming months. That's another risk that's involved. So keep that in mind. So I want to talk about the next support level before talking about where we're at and the lowest point reached. And that's right here at 53 cents, and down here at 50 cents, and down here at 45 cents. So 53, 50, 45. Those are the most important points moving forward. As we get closer to them, if this continues the volatility in the downward direction, I'll zoom on in and give you guys exact points. But right now, rounded to a full number, 53, 50, and 45. So keep those in mind moving forward. We're sitting right now at 60.20. The 50-day moving average is 62.84 to be exact. I can't land on it. It keeps jumping around, but 62.84. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware of that and pay close attention to that. Now, our resistance level is very important, but most importantly is this long stretch here of a downward trend, and then it leveled off up here. It is 55.20. That's our support. If that gets broken through, we could be on our way to newer lows, new support levels, and you definitely want to watch how it's reacting between 55 cents and 53 cents and see how quickly it moves downward, or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up. Super important to keep in mind. Now, our resistance level is 61.51. Now, if this gets broken through, it does not signify or guarantee that the bulls are going to break through the 50-day moving average and get back into bullish territory. This is just an indicator for us investors to know that the momentum is going back upwards and getting closer to the 50-day moving average. And if the bulls can turn 61.51 into a support, they can pull themselves up into bullish territory. So I definitely want you guys to keep that in mind. That could be the beginning catalyst, but it doesn't guarantee it. That's what I want every single investor to be aware of. So 61.51 needs to be broken through and turn into a support. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on this chart. Do you guys think that this is a temporary pullback and this can run back up? Or do you think this could get closer to newer lows? Now, I do like to know how investor sentiment is to see what other investors are thinking and how they're feeling, because the chart shows us how investors have been reacting, but it doesn't tell you how investors are truly feeling, because a lot of investors might be reacting, okay, let me just consolidate some profits now, and some selling is happening, but they're still holding positions from way down here and probably even way down here, right? Because they're long. I know that there's a lot of bulls involved in this stock and they're long on this one, but it's always good to be cautious and be very careful and vigilant on what's going on in the chart and the stock overall. So I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts, how you guys feel, and do you think this can finally break through $1 at some point in the near future? Or do you think this is going to have a struggle moving back upwards anywhere near $1? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end of this video, because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is definitely worth watching and adding to your watch list. You definitely want to keep this one on your radar. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a ticker symbol that has been pulled back and down since earnings date, and also analysis ratings have been reiterated on the downside. So it's being pulled down by analysis ratings, and also since the date of earnings, there's been some sell-off. Now that could be some profit taking, uncertainty, or that analysis ratings is having some effect on the stock. That is why this is one to definitely have on your radar and keep on your watch list, because it's a proven and well-known company and it could be a temporary pullback. This ticker symbol is INTC. Once again, the ticker symbol is INTC, and that is Intel Corp. Now, one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind is the fact that it does have room to pull down even more. I'm not saying that this is the bottom, but it's looking like it's holding itself up. So we want to watch this closely. Now, if you're really going to watch this closely moving into the next coming days and weeks, one of the points I will look at is down here at 51, right? From where it currently sits at 55. The next point would be down here at 49. And then I would just look down here at the very bottom, since way back here at 45. Now, it hit other lows throughout the year, but I will look at it from 45, 49, 51, and then where we're currently at to kind of just dissect this chart as much as possible to have some type of idea of how it's reacting within these levels. But this is definitely one you want to have on your watch list moving forward, because this could be a temporary pullback. And even if it goes lower, it's going to be a temporary pullback, because if we look at the market cap of this company, it's in the billions, right? And for the price that it is, the average volume is pretty high, you know, and today's volume was not too bad either. So, I mean, there's a lot of movement going on here. And when you look at their net profit, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. They're still with room to grow, and there's just so much potential. And this is a proven company. Now, it took a big hit back here around August and even here in October, once things started to get a little bit more official that they were no longer having their largest account, which was with Apple. Then it brought itself right back up. So I believe this is a temporary pullback, and there's two ways to look at it: either an opportunity or an opportunity to stay away. But usually these temporary pullbacks are opportunities. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any position on Intel, Corp, or INTC stock, but I am here to enlighten you guys on stocks that are looking like an opportunity due to temporary setbacks, either profit taking after earnings and uncertainty because of the analysis ratings. This could be the bottom here, but I'm not saying it is. It could actually continue to pull down. And then we have our other points to look at: $51, $49, and $45. If it breaks through all of those, but beyond 45, we could see newer lows. But I mean, like I said, that's when you have to reanalyze what's going on. So this is definitely one to keep in mind. And if it consolidates within this area, it could mean that there is no longer a newer low. That was as far as it was going to go. But I said it could mean that. That's why you need to watch this carefully. But at the end of the day, INTC is a well-known company, large market cap, and revenue is coming in every single quarter for this one. I mean, you could just see it. It's been growing every single year. And when you go to quarterly, I mean, it's just phenomenal. They're in the billions of revenue and net income. So very interesting stuff for this to be pulled down like that significantly. And with all the AI and these chip makers and all this opportunity of innovation, INTC is going to get a market share of that regardless. So I could see this having way more room in the upward direction regardless of how low it goes. So something to keep in mind. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.